Hi, this is a motorhoming around video for the toilet and shower unit so that everyone can use their hot water. We've already done one for the water heater. Once the water's nice and hot, make sure that the water pump is turned on. Use the green light here. Obviously this will only work, you'll see this when it's plugged in. The water pump does actually also work on the 12-volt battery, so when we've got another video for turning on the leisure battery. If you're wild camping, the pump will work and the hot water will work because the tank is gas and the water heater is gas. So you can have hot water if you're not on a campsite, but you've got to make sure that the pump is turned on just there. And then in here, the toilet has two flush mechanisms. So the first thing to note is that it does swivel, so you don't have to be cramped up in here. You get a little bit more leg space if you turn the toilet round. And then down here, if you just pan down to the switch, you'll see there's a little switch there. So in terms of flushing the toilet, it will be closed when you see it. So the left hand position is closed, and then when you switch it over to the right hand position like this, it opens up and what's in there will drop down into the storage tank down the bottom, which we've got a separate video for emptying the cassette from that tank. To flush the toilet, behind it you'll see this little blue button here on the back. So you press that, and if I leave it open and show you, the water, this runs off of the water tank, and you'll see water spin round in there and flush it through. And then once it's finished, switch to the left and you've closed it up, and then everything's locked down in there so that it smells nice in here. You don't get any issues with that. So in terms of the shower head, once you've got the water nice and hot, you've got a basic mixer tap, which you can see down here. It's left for hot, right for cold, and you can just mix the water normally. And then just on the top here, it's worth noting you have the shower head, but this doesn't move. So please don't try to reposition the shower head, because this is glued in place to keep it solid. Reason being, it bounces around a lot when the van moves and it loosens up. So we just glued it in place so we don't have a problem there. So you can obviously, of course, take it off and you can shower yourself, and then once you're done, this is nice and rigid, push it up there. When you're moving in the van, sometimes it's easier to leave it stuffed in there so that it doesn't drop down, because it does make a bang if it jumps out of the bracket and hits the floor, and it can make you worry. If it's stuck in there, then it won't do that. But that's up to you. In terms of this sink, when you've got your hot water, it's a basic mixer tap, just like everything else. Right for hot, left for cold. And I don't know whether you can hear this on the video, but whenever you turn the water on, you'll hear the water pump start, which is just down here behind this little panel. You'll never need to go into it. You'll just know that the water's running properly and the pump's working properly, because you'll hear it whenever you switch on a tap or you press the water for the flush. And when you finish with it, once you're not moving, turn this off, and then there's no water running, so you can turn the taps on and off like this, and you'll see you'll get a little bit of water come through because there's pressure still left in the system. But if the pump's off, you won't hear any noise. And that's how to turn it all off.